So does it feel like the CIO is going to be next on the endangered species list? You know, in IT, we're going to have to adapt to survive. We're spending too much time keeping the lights on and not doing the things that will get us ahead of the forces that threaten us. There are 5 things we need to focus on to bring ourselves to that place where we know we can adapt. Job 1 has to be to protect yourself, your organization, your customers, and of course their data. The porcupine is a perfect example of an animal that has definitely evolved to solve that problem. The attacks on IT used to be general. You scan a weblog and you see all kinds of attempts to penetrate your Linux servers or your Windows web servers. Now they're personal. They're looking after your applications. They're looking at your partner and your APIs, and they're finding ways to attack you, not just the general, but your specific applications. We need that similar layer of security that wraps every interaction you have electronically and make sure that everything you do in the business has that kind of protection. We also need to build an ecosystem that'll enable success. Take a look at the coral reef. It's a perfect balance of shared need for survival, but it's all built together. In fact, what is chore to some is core to others. You need to focus on what's core to you and your business and get away from those things as chore. A perfect example, a CIO recently said, "I don't ever want to be in a meeting again where I'm talking about what version of email we're on." Let that be a partner's challenge. For you, it's about what differentiates your business, what you can bring to the table that is unique to your organization and that will make the business more successful. We have to be able to conserve our resources. And of course, the camel's a perfect example of how to make that happen. Our precious resources are our people, and we squander them way too much in redundant activities that should be performed by machines, by make work and break fix that better instrumentation of our applications would have prevented. And in so many ways, we lose the value of these most precious resources in those mundane tasks. We've got to fully leverage the technologies that you already have, and we've got to expand their use so that we know that everything we're doing from a people standpoint is most valuable. And of course, we have to adapt to changes in the environment. What a perfect analogy for us in the chameleon. When we think about it, we have so many opportunities in big data, the Internet of Things, mobility, and all of these other facets that can bring interesting new capabilities to the business and that only we can come up with. But we found in our research that only 48% of the executives reported that innovation was widely practiced in their organization, and that 20% indicated innovation is minimal or non-existent. This was in our innovation imperative research. We've got to find a mechanism to do high-risk, high-reward innovation, not the typical IT project where we budget it till it fails, but we try, fail, and move on. We've got to try 5 things, and if one works, that's success, and leverage that as best we can. So I get it. Easier said than done, right? Well, let's focus on incremental progress. Let's not try to take this mountain all at once. Let's carve up this problem into base camps and work our way up the mountain. You know, the typical IT project of 4 to 6 years is longer than the tenure of the average CIO of about 3.5 years in our research. So we've got to find ways to incrementally deliver on progress to the business, build the momentum we need. That'll get us across the line and to the top. Now, to do this, we've got to look for agile and DevOps transformation in our own organization. And this is, of course, the 5th of our strategies to keep the CIO off the endangered species list. So in summary, we've got to protect ourselves with a layer of security. We have to build an ecosystem for success by focusing on what's core and not what's chore. We have to conserve those precious resources. Let's get instrumentation and automation of everything we possibly can. Adapt to changes in our environment, mostly by focusing on high-risk, high-reward innovation activities. And then, again, let's focus on delivering incremental progress with Agile and DevOps.